Greetings, guys. Thank you for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast, where we talk all about them Pittsburgh Pirates and that. My name is Josh. Today is August 29th. Bucks dropped the finale to the Cardinals, but still own the season series, right? Another great start. Feels like a broken record at this point.
Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day. So, if you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
Good morning. Good Friday morning.
Yeah, it is a good morning there, little man.
Good afternoon, good evening to those of you listening later. The Pirates lost, but the game wasn't all lost. Braxton Ashcraft, again, very good. Goes 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, a walk, 5 strikeouts. Now has a 2.58 ERA on the season. And a 1.23 ERA as a starter in his 5 starts. I don't think it goes much better than this for Braxton Ashcraft. He's been fantastic. He looks different on the mound right now. I think there's a certain amount of confidence he's taken the mound with. It looks like he has got it turned on every time. It doesn't, every once in a while, a team's this bad, you can kind of see guys going through the motions or doing this or that. He's a young player. He's playing for a lot. I mean, this rotation is probably going to be tough to crack and get into. And he certainly looks like he's ready to go. He's going hard after it, and he's in control of the games that he's in. I mean, really looks good in these games. Very excited to see. I mean, Braxton Ashcraft is just one of those guys that I see. I mean, I personally have been saying I would like it better from the bullpen, and I think I'm changing my mind on that. He continues to impress me. We've got a little bit more of the season left to see if there's any cracks in that this season, but he looks locked in right now. Yohan Ramirez, on the other hand, he's been better, but not effective in this one. I can't figure out if I'm okay with this. Not that it matters, but I'm just trying to figure this guy out. I don't know that he comes back next year. He doesn't have any options, but he is controllable. I don't know if he's a non-tender candidate, if they want to bring him back just for depth or whatever, but he's not a guy that you send down. So he's one of those guys that you start the season off with and send somebody like Dowry Moretta down for a while just so they can lengthen the season for these guys. I mean, Sherrington seems to like to do that a lot. He had the back-to-back games against Cincinnati and Milwaukee earlier in the month where he gave up 3 runs and 5 runs in back-to-back games. And at that point, I feel like a lot of us were like, what are we doing? Then he goes out there in his next 4 outings and goes 6 2/3 innings, 1 run in one of those games, the rest of them clean. One of them was a 3-inning outing that was crucial. It was like exactly what they needed. And then today blows the tie, and it's bad, real bad today. He comes into the game in order to get Ashcraft out of a jam, hits the first guy on the first. They got him for that matchup. Hits the first guy on the first pitch, and then 100-mile-per-hour fly out to end the inning. Hit on the screws. Cruz had to go back for it. He got out of the jam barely. He starts off the next inning with a walk. Walks or errors. 103-mile-per-hour double that scored a run, and 103-mile-per-hour home run that gave them the 3-run lead. And it's not what you want to see, but I don't know. What's it matter at this point? He's a guy that's going to take innings. I guess I'm just not. I guess it's fine. I don't know. I guess it's fine. We won the season series against the Cardinals, and while that's like, yeah, who cares? There's a little bit there, right? We were 7-6 against the Cardinals this year. The last time that we won the season series was just in 2023. We were 9-4. Before that, it was 10 years. In 2013, we were 10-9. And then, of course, lost in the postseason and ended up even, but the regular season series was there. 8-7 in 2012, and we didn't win a series before that since 2008. And it was kind of few and far between. Every once in a while you win the season series. Listen, it seems like this is something that you don't talk about, but obviously when you think of baseball and you think of how everything goes throughout the course of a season, you get an opportunity to play teams in 3-game series, sometimes 2, sometimes 4. Everything in order to take this long season and not get too caught up in the moment, you play it series by series. Obviously day by day, but most importantly, series by series. And so that's why I make a big deal about going out there and winning a season series or a series in general. And then just, you go on a road trip and you take those series and you say, well, we can salvage the road trip if we do this. 4-game series you try to split, or, you'd like to do better. But what you take is you win seasons, you win series, the ones that are even, the 2 and the 4s, you can split those and you're going to have a pretty good season. Every once in a while, you're going to sway one way or another. You're going to sweep a team. You're going to get swept by another team. But if you average out the way that goes, you have a good year. And obviously the Pirates haven't done that, but this is one of them. If you look at I did the other day, I talked about the season series. You look at Cincinnati, Milwaukee, and Chicago. They're not even close. They're not going to win those seasons. That's the story, right? But the Cardinals are down right now. And so here we go. Recording this thing, by the way, at 12:28. So if you're watching the video and I look tired, it's pretty late. We've had some kind of a week here. Listen, back to the season series. We'll go for anything. Pirates are heading to Boston next. And the pitching matchups are pretty notable, at least in my opinion. I thought pretty notable. Paul Skeens, obviously, anytime he's going, it's something. But he's going against Peyton Tolley, I think it is. It's his MLB debut Friday night. And so you got a really inspired pitcher coming out there going against Skeens. Not a lot of room for mistakes, obviously. Skeens chasing down a Cy Young, and he's in the lead pretty handily, I would think, in my opinion. And so Skeens is playing for something. You do chase those sort of things, and he cares about that kind of thing. So, I think that there's something to that. Oviedo goes up against Dustin May on Saturday. That's an afternoon game, 4 p.m. And then Mitch Keller and Lucas Giolito on Sunday. So pretty good matchups all weekend, really. Until you realize that the offense for their team is got a clear advantage over the offense for the Pirates. So I really like the pitching, though. That's kind of the thing about this team right now. Despite the fact that we haven't won a lot of series, they're kind of in every series because of the starting pitching. I think anytime you go into a series with Skeens and Keller, and then Oviedo as good as he's been lately, you got to feel like there's a chance on the road that you can take 2 or 3 right here. The offense has to hold up their end of the deal. They were hot for a minute, but it's been back-to-back games where it's not looked as good. You're going to need guys like Brian Reynolds to step up. He's been kind of there. I don't know. It feels like he's kind of back. We're starting to see more. I'd like to see what he does this weekend in Boston. That's going to be key. So I don't know. It seems like a team that is on the cusp. They're in second place in the AL East, which is a tough division. And the Pirates are coming into town and really playing spoiler. You can't take a team like this lightly because of the starting pitching. You just can't. It's pretty wild at this point. Now, I know that Oviedo probably doesn't go deep. You'd like to take the Skeens game. All you're saying is, give me one of those other 2. If we can say we're getting the Skeens game, give me one of those other 2. And you've taken a series on the road against a team who's in playoff position right now. I don't know. Show up big, Pirates. It's the weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. Why not? Speaking of Labor Day weekend, Jake and I, we've talked about this a couple times. I mentioned it on the show yesterday. We have a big for us, I'll say, national tournament in Cincinnati this weekend. We'll be playing some games on Saturday and then wrapping around and finishing the tournament up on Monday. And last year, I'd been going to this tournament now for 13 years. Last year, this will be the 14th. And last year, we won the tournament for the first time. And so very excited to head down there. It's really good competition. We play against a couple guys who are conference guys, is super good, get paid to play softball. It's ridiculous. They got their names on bats and everything. I guess just right now, there's one of them that plays in the tournament, so that has his name. But other guys that do play in the conference, and it's pretty cool to go up against those guys. Obviously, not the full teams, but it's a good time. You get those competitive juices flowing again, as if we did when we were back playing baseball. So it's good. Obviously, slow pitch softballs, good exercise, good to hang out with the boys and everything else. But for a weekend, you can kind of turn it on, and it's a lot of fun. We really enjoy doing it. So with that said, Sunday night's live show will be a premiere. We recorded Wednesday night. We recorded a show for you guys. We didn't want to miss it. We didn't want to go through it, but it's also really difficult. We've tried to do it in the past, and we've ended up just not doing anything. It's certainly hard to go live in those scenarios, especially when we're hanging out with a ton of groups of people, some families and some guys that we're playing with and kind of spending the weekend with. So we just didn't want to break in that and try to spend an hour setting stuff up and everything else. We just want to be present with people. And so we recorded this episode on Wednesday. So bear with us, but we will premiere it Sunday at 9 still. I'm going to set it up so that it'll go live. I will have my phone out. I'll be in the chat so we can still talk. But if you don't catch it, you're not going to really, it's fine. Just catch it when you can. But we're glad to get something out, and we're also just glad to have a weekend where we're just hanging out and having a good time and everything else. So, a lot of fun, and Labor Day weekend. It's a good time, and the weather's going to be great, right? It's going to be great. So pre-recorded show Sunday. I think we should be good to not to miss anything next week, unless Tuesday morning there's nothing, depending on how late I get home Monday night. But I have Tuesday off, so I can also get up in the morning, do a show, and get it out as soon as I can if I miss it. So we'll try not to miss a day next week. Keep going at it. Thank you for listening to these every day. Always appreciate it. I love talking baseball, love talking about the Pirates. And if nobody was listening, well, I'd probably still be doing it, I guess. So I like it. Enjoy the weekend. Hopefully you have a long weekend away from work. Kick back, relax, enjoy some fantastic weather this weekend. Enjoy your
Friday.
Thanks for listening. Let's go, Bucks.
Thanks for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast. Subscribing to your platform of choice is the best way to be notified for new episodes. And now, new episodes every weekday. Remember, live shows with my dad and Uncle Jake are Sundays at 9 p.m. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and join them in the live chat every Sunday. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Bridge2 Buctober. Clear the deck, cannonball coming, and let's go Bucks.